dance, that's what she does professionally.
Man, if Jerry could actually see, he would have scribbled out that part. Can't allow Lydian to know that she is easily replaceable.
True. Cherry or Lydian realizing now the assassination November I get an assassination that's 120 big ones. Now with dance, why am I paying you for this when I could get it for free? Make it make sense.
It's kind of fucking funny as well. It's just at 18 charisma, he just dances like, yeah, we'll do this on the house. Fuck.
Yeah.
This does not make
You
any.
just talk to them and say, "Hey, it's my birthday. I'm a birthday boy."
Comes in next.
Lydian's birthday is 1 week from today.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
shit.
Yep.
I guess Nico just made Lydian's early.
That's
birthday
something I
present.
keep on trying to find an opportunity to have that come up organically, to ask, and not just be metagamey because I know it's coming up, to find out when Lydian's birthday is. Because I don't know if you remember this, fun trivia, by complete random chance, Cherry and Lydian, their birthdays are 1 day apart. Cherry's is the day before Lydian's.
Oh,
I forget their
I'm
age
kinda-
relative to each other, though. I think they're
I've forgotten Lydian's age. I
1
think
year
he's-
apart, I think, but it might be 2.
Is Lydian
I haven't actually
38? Can't remember.
No, I think you're 37 turning 38.
Yeah, yeah.
And
you
then
have
Cherry
it
is
right,
36 turning 37. What was that,
Yeah.
Swede?
No, I was like, I don't have a birthday for Nico, but now it would just feel try hard to make it like the same day. Or like the day,
You
same
just
week.
decide.
Yeah, no.
It's also February
Right.
5th.
No,
I
think
picked a birthday. First I picked a zodiac sign. That's what I usually do. I pick what sign makes sense for the character. Or sometimes I'm just like, no, this character would have a summer birthday or whatever. But then I'm like in that date range. I pick something, I don't know, mostly arbitrarily, and I just landed on one for Cherry. Then Snake rolled a 1D365 and got the day after Cherry's birthday. You could roll a 1D365. Sweet.
Just leave it to fate. Leave it to chance.
I believe November's birthday was October 48th, if I remember correctly.
Sorry. I just had to step away for a second. What do you say I should roll for it? Because I imagine Nico's birthday already has. It was
1D365.
Oh yeah, I think Nico has already kind of had their birthday.
Well, this will determine if we go for
What?
it.
Wow. Great job.
Whoops.
Well, I mean, we've all had our birthday, but oh my god.
December. No.
Wait, no way. Wait.
November 18th. Or in.
What the fuck? No way.
Fuck.
No way. That can't be it. What the fuck, Sweet?
What?
That's the day after November's birthday.
Holy shit! That's fucking incredible.
That's great. That is so much crazier. That is so much crazier than it happening once. Oh my god.
That's absurd. That's.
This party really is made in pairs.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, it is. We have the 2 kids, and then we have the So the 2 kids, their birthdays happened before the party started. And then the mommy and daddy's birthdays are coming up. That's crazy.
Damn.
So that makes it October 43rd?
49th.
49th.
Yeah, November's is 48th.
Still fuck.
I do appreciate that in universe, November, that's not like the name of a month. That's just a name.
Yeah.
Does it have a meaning? Is there an etymology behind the name?
What
means-
is November?
means
Is the elven word for something? Yeah.
It's the elven
Yeah.
word for something forgotten.
It's the elven word for October. Idra, do you have a stance on what November is the elven word for?
The elven word for silver.
I like that. Yeah. I think we talked about what Lydian
Yeah,
meant,
I was just
or if
remembering
Lydian
that,
was.
and I
Yeah.
felt bad that
Like
I've forgotten
gatherer?
what I said.
Or willow or gatherer.
Gatherer,
Oh yeah. Gatherer. Yeah. Mentha could be Willow.
I mean, Mintha isn't his given last. Well, it's not.
Yeah, but like he could have taken, just an
Mm.
elven word and slapped that on, unless he specifically got it from a non-elven source.
He
That
got
could have
Minster
been the.
from the guiding hand, changing hand.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
They get, which actually, thinking about it, is incredibly conspicuous for a group that wants to be. Maybe they don't all do that. Maybe he just fucking did, because, yeah, elves don't have second names. He just chose to be this fucking guy.
Did we ever establish what Davros means?
No. I'll think of it.
Okay.
It means Dave.
When you spend 50 coin on the health potion, your vision clears up, I'll say.
Nice.
He doesn't even drink the health potion. He just puts that in his pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, always useful.
Yeah. Add health potion.
I do
take it.
like, actually, this is something I've always meant to say. I do like the balance that health potions are just, like, really expensive. It's presumably a difficult product to, make, you know?
Yeah.
I think that balances things, lore-wise, that makes it... Because when health potions are everywhere, it raises so many questions, that would have such monumental implications. I like how healing magic has generally been depicted in the lore of Hemlock. Good job, Ghidra.
Yay.
It is good. It's reasonably
Anything else
challenging.
amazing to do during the day?
But you know what? Lydian was like I'm gonna say this: when Lydian buys the health potion and it fixes it, he's on some level disappointed because he was like, at some level he realized he had the excuse for a spending spree, and that just that curtailed it a little.
No, you could be like, that improved my vision, but I feel like my vision was slightly better than this. Maybe if I spent more, my vision could be even better than it was before.
I could be, if I don't do this now, I may not have 20/20 vision, but I'll have 20/20 hindsight that I'd have regret not spending right now when the future is so uncertain.
What if Lydian spends enough coin, he starts getting thinner?
He is kind of like, well, I might be about to die. I might as well live it up.
Yeah, so he's gonna go treat himself. He's gonna go on a spending spree. You can go to someone else. I'm gonna actually.
I was gonna say Cherry can show up about this point.
Yeah.
She can smell a spending spree happening.
Okay.
Then she want to be a part of it.
Cherry, just the person I want to see.
I can't see anything.
Neither could I a minute ago.
Oh no, how terrible. Cherry, quick, a disaster has happened. My vision is slightly dimmed. This is the worst thing that has happened to anyone. We must spend hundreds of coin at once.
Cherry, have you ever considered spending money? Have you ever thought maybe this...
Cherry is always, has been so far the most eager to spend money.
And yeah,
how much does she have on her at the moment? I have 247 coin on me.
Oh.
Should gamble.
What do you
Oh
spend
yeah,
me
let's go
on?
gambling. And also,
Yeah.
I need to gamble.
Lydian's gonna first. He's gonna go buy some fancy new robes. I think.
Okay.
Nice big coat, nice new pair of slacks.
Well,
big
you have
shirt.
your special coat.
I do.
Your coat's like an important.
I know he's not getting rid of the coat.
Yeah.
But he's getting
Okay.
more.
It's important. You should get a hat,
Oh yeah, he'll get
like a bowler hat, a nice bowler hat or
There we
something
go.
like that. Yeah.
Are you getting like a full new outfit?
Well, we're keeping the. Well, yeah, full new outfit, quality stuff. I could.
Yeah.
I could
I think
roll.
that's like 70 coin.
Sure. I'm
Cherry's
fine.
helping him pick out like materials and whatnot. She's also picking out like nice accessories for herself and whatnot. Like, oh, and like I could match. This would accessorize your look well if you had me next to you wearing this.
I'm really hoping the
How can
den
you
mother
tell
is.
what the look of things are?
What was that?
How can you tell what the looks of things are?
She
You know-
can feel them.
Okay.
Lydian
She's
is,
aware of fashion. She wears ornate clothing. I believe that's a tag on her outfits. Or no, ostentatious clothing, I think it was.
Okay. Okay.
then I go for an evening of song and dance for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 70 coin, that's fine.
Jerry, start dancing.
You get an assassination.
Yeah.
You know what as well? How many homeless do we see as we like travel about? Or is that not really a thing in this city? Is that really
Maybe a few.
There's too many
refugees, yeah.
homeless here. Starts paying the homeless to kill each other.
There's a few refugees.
Huh?
There's a few refugees asking
Yeah.
for coin. Yeah, beggars.
Oh, can I I'm
Okay.
gonna roll a D12 for how
Okay.
Lydian, I have a plan.
Alright, I give them 22. Sorry, I give like 2 coin each to people I see.
Okay.
And-
Okay, I have a suggestion.
Mm,
I have an idea. So, like, an assassin or a common killing costs 5 coin, right?
yes.
But you get dances for free. So you just, like, have the dancers do a dance that involves, like, you know, like a swords dance or whatever, and just have them do it very close to whoever you want to die.
Oh my god, free killings forever.
The dead mother will never see this coming.
You get a knight's companionship for 20 coin.
Well, 2 coin
2
for me.
coin for 2 coin. Because he's minus charisma.
That's so fucking funny. I do like this little mag as well, that by your charisma you are always haggling prostitutes forever.
Spend 2
Like,
coin on a prostitute. No, but
easy.
unfortunately it's illegal in Yuma, so you're gonna have to go to someplace seedy.
It is lore established that it is illegal in Yuma. That is, I was going to bring that up if you hadn't. I reread the thing where we talked about that.
Nice.
Lilia's backstory involves Yuma. When she first found out, you know, that like prostitution was a thing and that could make money, she was sort of around Yuma and just walked up to Yuma and like rolled up to the guards and like, where can a young prostitute get started in this town? And was immediately banished from Yuma.
We get in a fancy lunch and a show. No, not a show. What the fuck? That's insulting on so many levels. Maybe
Goes
maybe
to the-
it's like musical, like a you know.
A
He was
musical.
36. He should. Something musical is insulting in its own way, but
You don't appreciate. So wait, a musician would never go see another musician.
no. But if you're hired as a musician for someone, and then they're like, let's go see what the professionals are doing.
Okay. Damn.
Like
damn,
if you hire, it's like if you hire like a band to play at your party and then tell them to wait, shush, 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 and then like put on your phone through your Bluetooth speaker, you know?
Damn, what? Can't you take you to a show because you can't see it? We'll go see a stand-up comedy gig. You happy with that? Or is that going to insult
Nice.
the storyteller in you?
No. I'm being facetious.
That Tenza's comedy's going to fucking hit hard.
Yeah.
That's
Tensus.
Tenza's
We'll
fucking.
say spend 15 coin on like a nice show with a hearty lunch.
Sure.
Meanwhile, Nico's just working.
Yeah,
on
and
mic.
we cut and we have the scene that we had earlier where
Yeah.
Wait, Knight's
Cyan.
companionship is 2 coin. Nico, it's time you finally got. You're still so childish. This will grow you up real quick.
Oh no.
Oh no. Lydian, I'm working.
So am I.
Okay, so with that,
It is,
I guess
I've
that's
always
this day
said.
done.
I think that's
Yeah,
what-
I just want to
everything.
throw out. It is prostitutes I always thought were insultingly cheap in the mechanics of Dungeon World. Like, I know it's the weird economy, but just like that's insane that like for a high charisma character, 2 coin. A maximum of 12, mind you.
Oh yeah, that's a point because it's got to start at that.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to just call it here actually, and just do like a big finale for the Yuma arc next time?
Yeah,
Sure.
would be fine.
Yeah,
How long have we been at it?
ages.
4 hours?
We've been at it
Almost
for about
4 hours.
3 hours.
3.5 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours. That's minus the gas backing before the session. Okay, I'm fine with that. That's a mostly social session, and hey, yeah, big blowout next time.
All right, cool. We'll end it. We'll yeah, do a big finale for the Yuma arc next time. So any bonds?
I've got to update a Nico one. Like, even though it's the
Oh shit, yeah.
I've got to keep that in the. I've got to actually write down that note now so I don't forget. My note taking last session, most sessions, it was sloppy. I'm gonna call it Nico invents hover chair for now.
Okay.
Lydian injures self.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know if my bond with Nico's bond with Lydian really changed, but
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to copy that in now.
I think Lydian is the only Lydian's the only one who made any like actual proper rolls. At least Cherry and Nico used a move, respectively, just not ones we had to roll for.
yeah.
They made 2 rolls this session, and both of them were failures.
We're too talkative.
I mean, the weird
Is
thing
that
is, like, next
updated bond,
session.
Nico? That's your last bomb, Nico, is it?
So Gene gotta know that he's fucked, right?
No, he doesn't. He does not know he's fucked. He thinks that he's going to get out of this okay as long. But you know, now the thing is, hopefully he understands that we are his only option.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cherry's probably going to push things in a direction to get him killed, but we don't know that. Or we might not. I don't know. I don't think.
But like, Gene gotta understand that he's absolutely fucked here.
Gene is not the kind of person who would ever think I'm fucked. He's way too
Like-
much of a worm for that.
Like, he has already lost.
He's lost control of the situation. He still thinks he's going to survive it in a relatively cushy position.
So our bonds.
I wouldn't say I have a changed the bond. No.
All right. And Lydian.
I've got one.
All right.
I have one with November from Cherry.
Okay.
But here, let me see if I need to go over my November bonds now.
Yeah.
All right, so this is so the old one with Nico was whether he likes it or not, whether he knows it or not. Nico has now committed a business transaction. Will he learn the right lessons from this? Has the fly come to honey? We will soon know. That has evolved into Nico came forward offering to sell a product. My boy has grown up. He does not yet see that the future of science is founded in business, but the seed has been planted, and I will water it.
Wonderful. XP for that.
Oh
What have
fuck!
we done?
We're already in XP. I have a group conversation I think we might need to do this session. I think it would make more sense to do during that day than next session in the big finale.
Oh jeez.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
sorry, can we go back and do one more
All right,
group
game
scene?
is back on. When
All right.
when is this group?
Sorry.
scene?
Fuck. It's okay. Here's the fucked up part. I had the idea like, ooh, Cherry should ask November about this. And I was like, yes, this will be good. And in my mind, in that moment, November was a character being played by someone else. I forgot I was responsible for the other end. And now I'm going to need to, on the spot, come up with how is November going to respond to this? Okay. But so, all right, I'm going into this completely fucking blind. This will be interesting.
Improv, do it.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, November herself, it will be in character to be blindsided. So while we have the group of us hanging out, I want this to be a group conversation. At least, so maybe this is with spending stuff. November does kind of bring up, like, towards the start of it. So you find out anything about Wynn? Which I imagine, Lydian would also be quite keen on hearing.
Yeah, that. What is that man's game here?
I think he might be advantageous to us. He's using the wolves for temporary protection, a buffer against other things, but he's in a similar position to us. He doesn't see a long-term future here in Yuma and right now is just trying to keep his options open as much as possible until he eventually heads his own separate way.
So what's he doing here now? What's his angle?
Essentially the same as November's angle with us, suppose, just a place to be and, well, more than November. Like I said, a buffer. Something he's trying to lay low, stay out of sight, and there may be people who want him dead. And Sherry kind of turns her head a bit towards November at that. The wolves provide some, security, you might say. He's certainly competent, but he's not quite the killer that our elf is. Oh no, we have two elves. Can't say that. That our little assassin is. Which, November seems kind of grumpy, but like, considering this seems to be chewing that over. And Sherry asks, November, I have a question for you. And fuck, even then I was waiting for another person to speak up. November's like, yeah. Why don't you just kill Wynn?
Thought crossed my mind.
November, seems sort of, taken aback. What do you mean? Why would I? And Sherry continues, I mean, look, you've made no secret of the fact that you don't like him, you don't trust him, and you think he's a danger. Is it I thought at first maybe it was just, for old time's sake, a former comrade, but I don't get that impression. I mean, you certainly don't seem to have any love lost for the guy. Why not just kill him? You don't seem hesitant for that, and surely we would be safer if we didn't have an element like him in the mix. And November actually starts like shifting kind of like it pretty uncomfortably at that. And just sort of like you said, we're comrades, we have history.
Do
If
you
I don't need to, I'm not gonna do that.
do you have orders not to kill him?
Technically, no.
Technically.
I suppose it's somewhat of a matter of interpretation. But not well.
I thought the job of a soldier was to follow orders, not interpret them.
Yeah, me too. Well, and Sherry continues, I'm curious about this then. Why does he want you alive? And November's ears very much perk up at this. What do you mean? Why would he want me to? Well, I mean, he's obviously, no offense to you, but he has a better aptitude for getting a read on things than you. And I hope you're not under the impression that he's unaware of your animosity towards him. He's concerned that you might take him out. But he very much does not want you to die. He is content for you to go your separate way once we're done here in Yuma. He has no plans to stick around with us. He wants to stay far away from us. But he wants to make sure that no matter what, even if Lydia and myself get killed, you don't. And I'm curious why that is. Again, no love lost between the two of you, and this seems to go a bit beyond just former comrades.
Sheriff, if you don't mind my asking, why don't you just speak plainly on this?
I feel I am.
Yes.
Wynn doesn't want November to die, and I'm curious why he feels that so strongly.
Hmm.
And November's, shifting around here. And, Chariot's, in the sense of full disclosure, too, I should mention, he did seem to have the impression that other people may want you dead. But again, not him. And I'm curious as to why. Um, and November is like actively really like squirming now. Like it seems to be kind of, it really does not know what to say here. This is more than Sherry even expected. Like November is suddenly very put on the spot here. And is clearly panicking, trying to think of something to say.
Where are we at this point? Are we like walking around the city? Are we like inside, out of sight?
I was picturing a department store, like kind of some clothing racks, sort of
Okay.
thing.
Lydian does look around.
Ye old department store.
Lydian does look around, see how many
Yolen.
people are nearby, and presuming that we're
Yeah, I
we're going to-
imagine November brought this up when we were in a relatively secluded, part of the store, free from prying eyes.
November, I know you're never going to fully disclose, and I know that there are games going on above my head and probably above your head, but let me tell you this. I do not care one iota what Wynn's game is unless it directly impacts ours. And if you are keeping secrets which might lead to that, I'd like to know.
November's, eyes go a bit slightly wider at that.
I'm ordering you to speak freely on this matter.
She sort of like breathes in, more slowly but heavily through her nose for a bit, and then finally averts her gaze. If Wynn wants me to stay alive, that's good. That means he's not as much of a threat as I thought he might have been. He's right that there are some people who may want me dead, but if he wants me alive, then I suppose that's good. And that means we want him alive too.
Why do we want him alive? Is he. I don't. My idea of the guy is, yeah, he's not going to come at us directly. He appears to be a more manipulative character than that. He's going to send us here and there looking into random things. He set me up with a good meet, but that's going to serve him too. If we got mutually beneficial goals, then what's the play? We can be good allies. Whatever your long game is, as long as it benefits me as well. I'm not gonna interfere too deeply, but I'd like to know.
I don't have an end game. I don't know what to. And November, this is probably the most expressive you've seen her. Like, there's real like panic and frustration to her. Like, if he's not, he's right that there are people who might want me dead, and those people who do probably want him dead too. And at this, November looks around more and sort of grabs Lydian and pulls him, like closer and to a more private, like basic, like practically hiding behind some clothes, and is more whispering now. I need you to understand the things I'm about to tell you are deeply secret. This isn't just some matter of state secrets. This is dangerous knowledge to have. Do you understand that?
I do.
You understand? We were part of a unit, part of a squad, right? Wynn and I are part of part of a group called the Northern Rangers. We are used for special missions during the war and outside of it. The Northern Rangers have been around longer than Larimer itself has. During the war, we were initially not supervising, we were doing reconnaissance and occasionally assisting a man named Gamble, who was being used by it was Union, right? Not Confederacy, Union? Or no?
It was the League.
League, who was working with on behalf of the League. We weren't officially supporting him, but Larimer wanted to keep tabs on what he was doing, and if there was anything that could potentially be a threat to ourselves, we wanted to be in control of it. In any case, he was working on some stuff with the Clockwork Titans. Didn't go far, didn't end well for him. But while we were working on that, we naturally came across some other things. Old stuff from the ancient civilizations of Hemlock. And we found something. We found there were bits and pieces talking about this treasure, something of immense value, and Larimer became interested in it. So as the war went on and cooled down, our focus shifted to that. And we found something monumental, something too big for any one person or for any one city or anything. The treasure was not what we expected and unimaginable. But it's sealed now. There was a ward on it, and we resealed it, and our commander ordered us to separate and stay alive, because in order to unseal it and get it, you need everyone who was there to seal it to be back or to be dead. So if someone has gone rogue and wants it for themselves, they would either have to get everyone else on their side or kill anyone who's not in order to open it.
Wow.
This is why I was worried about Win, because if he's a slippery fuck, and if he wanted the treasure for himself, either he would try and convince me or kill me, which we know he can't do that outright, but again, he's slippery, he's hard to predict, that's why he's effective. This
Why-
is why we're ordered to scatter, this is why we have to be separate, so one of us can't find the others and get it for themselves.
Is there any point when you're going to go back and unseal it? What's the holdup? What are you waiting for?
This is beyond any of us, Lydian. I know you need to trust me that this is more than you or anyone else can deal with. Even knowing what it is too much, okay? This is. You need to understand how much this is destroyed already. Some things are buried for a reason, and this was clearly buried.
Right. So, that wasn't so hard, was it?
I am, and November sort of grabs his arm. Lydian, this is, please, I'm asking you to take what I'm saying seriously.
I am taking it
This
serious.
is something that needs to be avoided and not talked about. It would have been better if none of us had ever heard of this. Do not take this lightly.
Right. Jared chooses her moments to push, doesn't she? On the eve of something like this, I gotta have this knowledge sitting on me. Fine. I understand. I'll take it seriously. Now I understand why I can't tell you to go kill Win. Now I understand why Win isn't killing you. Question I have: how many people were there, and do you happen to know whether or not they're all still in one piece? Because the way I understand it now is, if one of you goes, all of you gotta go. It's one option or the other. At least
We all split up.
you all split up, so you couldn't know that.
Yeah. When is the first other one I've encountered or heard anything about? I was in the wilderness for over a year on my own without seeing anyone, but it didn't take me long once I started doing stuff to come across Win again. I have no idea if any others have met up again. I asked Win, he said he hadn't seen the others, but I don't know how much I trust him about anything.
We will finish up our business in this town, and we will move as quickly as possible and hope to avoid him. If he follows us, we will deal with that as we can. We will not kill him, but we will be on the lookout to make sure he doesn't kill us. Does that sound like a rational response if I'm to believe what you're telling me?
Yes.
Right. Now I know that, we can make better decisions, the both of us. I will trust you, and Lillian thinks for a moment. Don't take what I'm about to ask the wrong way, but I'm to presume that whatever this is, it is a threat to the stability and realm of Hemlock.
It would be transformational. You have to understand, no one should have that, but there's a reason people want it. This would be, you talk about riches in terms of buying a house or a business, maybe even running a city. With this treasure, all of Hemlock would be yours, and that's why people would want it.
I see.
This is worth more than everything else in Hemlock put together. It is too much for any person or any organization or any city to control.
I see. We will deal with this as it comes. Yeah, you see Lydian kind of
Yeah.
thinking this over. That's fine. This knowledge has to stay between us is what I'm to take from this conversation.
I would encourage that.
I understand. Yeah, Lydian kind of like pulls back.
Yeah.
Lydian pulls back. Your secret is safe with me. But unless you want, I can understand you not divulging it to Cherish. She will spread that around as quick as they come. I don't know what Nico would want to investigate it. Anything with that much power, if you're to be believed, is not something I feel like messing with right at this moment.
Yeah. So you say, not to tell Cherry, but she does have super hearing.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Does everyone want to leave it off?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice
All right.
ominous note.
Before
I just
we go
felt that
back
made
to
more
Edward
sense, here than shoving that at like the
Yeah.
start of the next
Yeah.
of
So
the big
before we go
climax.
back to bonds, November, advance your clock by 2 hours.
Okay. Oh, whoops, this is Cherry. I don't need to advance my luck. Six hours to midnight. What? That's at 6 and after. I now deal and take +1 damage.
Wow. All right.
In 3.
So
Yeah.
bonds.
Nice.
Any more? I'm
Bonds?
assuming that created new bonds, right?
Uh,
Lydian and Cherry.
presumably, yeah.
Lydian and November and Cherry.
I'm trying to write something down. I'm trying to figure out how to work that very last minute thing. Because I'm
Although
still trying
that
to,
kind of changes.
Yeah. I'm still trying to
Yeah.
pass how Lydian would respond to that, because I think the answer is more boring than you might hope from the setup of telling the guy who's all about riches, this will change everything, you will own
Yeah.
Hemlock.
There is a
So-
magnificent treasure beyond possible comprehension. So a treasure so unbelievably valuable, you would, be able to buy the entire continent.
Tell it to the businessman and expect the best
Yeah.
things. Which
I mean, November is kind of stupid at the end of the day.
I'm trying to think what to do with this.
You want to come back to it after record?
Maybe, because right now I'm thinking of like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go this route. I don't know. There's 2 ways to go. Actually, there's 3. I mean, yeah, go to someone else for the moment.
All right. The November advance bonds with Cherry and vice versa.
Cherry has definitely advanced a bond with November. I'm
Okay.
writing that now. We'll throw in the little detail out there. There's no real action to this, but just like for the camera, for the edit, like at the end, the camera pans out and like November, or as November and Lydian are like behind a coat rack or whatever, whispering at each other, and like the camera cuts to or pulls back to Nico like yapping at Cherry about science or some bullshit like that, but the camera just sort of zooms in on Cherry's face as like Nico's yapping gets drowned out and like supersonic hearing noises of like whispers and just a little smirk
Okay.
from Cherry.
I-
Cut to black
Yeah.
and credits.
I kind of like the idea I'm about to go with for Lydian, but it does kind of make Lydian a massive idiot. But it's also just, it makes sense from a certain kind of logic. I don't know.
What is it?
I'm gonna send it to you, Neo. Sorry, tell me what you think. Like, so
Alrighty.
I'll send you the old and the new.
Okay.
So just like, they are separated by dashes. Tell me what you think. Oh, well, one of them became a bullet point.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
It is a weird change, but I think it's like it's a fun angle to take to kind of keep that. I don't know if it's rejecting the adventure too much though.
I don't know. That seems a bit boring. I don't know where you'd go with that.
It wouldn't really go anywhere. That's the problem. I find it amusing.
Yeah, it only has one direction to go, which is
learning
the thing.
that's not actually the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. This this bond, that top bond has to advance at this point though. It's just
Yeah, it does.
yeah. As weird as it sounds, I don't want Lydian to just go. It's this weird thing of I don't want Lydian to just go chasing a great treasure. That seems
Yeah.
also too simple at this point. I mean, there's a thingy angle of just. It's boring to have Lydian just not want it either.
Because I was going to say, I think part of it is, like, because from November's point of view, it's like, well, Lydian, he would understand why he wouldn't want this. This would, like, he likes markets and,
Yeah.
an economy. This would destroy,
Well, he doesn't
this
know
would be,
what it is.
yeah, no. But, like, it just, any amount of, anything that valuable, that is truly, like, makes, utterly
Like, that was my
beyond
first thought of
wealth.
how do I justify Lydian kind of wanting to go along with preventing this would make things too easy. But that
How about
is
what if you
so
went with something
strange.
along the lines of like something that's like actionable in a few different areas? So it might be like maybe do something where it's like at present this isn't something he can deal with right now, but like
Yeah.
as a sort of like he might want to have some idea of who else is after this.
Yeah.
That's a good
And
point.
what, like, if it's gonna wind, like, what are the chances that it winds up in someone's hands eventually?
Because I will say, November said this.
And what might that mean?
Yeah. November said this in character, thinking Lydian would, be like, okay, yeah, that's scary and not something to deal with. Out of character, because I think that what November doesn't understand about Lydian's mindset is the tenet of, like, the coin must flow. Coin, or, like, wealth or value shouldn't remain stagnant, just sitting in, like, a vault or a bank. And this is literally that. This is, tremendous, wealth that's, like, literally buried treasure that's just buried and has been buried for, like, over 3,000 years. And it's like, well, if anything, what could be a bigger affront to, the cult of the changing hand than that much wealth just being, treasure that valuable just being buried stagnant.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
good
I'm not saying
That
that's
is a
his
good point,
immediate
yeah.
response, but, like, I could see that being the sort of, how his mind starts talking him into maybe something should be done with this treasure, actually.
Or just for now, I also do think like something like who else is after this?
Yeah.
Or, like whose hands could this fall into?
Yeah, that is
If
a
not
big
mine.
thing. Oh, so something else. So, like, something Cherry did kind of leave out is she's like, I wonder why when wants you alive, because, she's curious. November's when did suggest why he wants clear to Cherry why he wants November alive, because knowing the location of another survivor is leverage. Like, if he gets cornered by someone, he can be, wait, don't kill me. I know where November is, and you're not going to find her without my help. That November is now another insurance policy. for Win. But like that can also be, Lydian can also play that angle. Like, hey, if you want November's help, like make it worth my while. There are ways to get value out of this. And even knowing about Win could be valuable to you now.
Alrighty, so your bond?
No, I wouldn't say so.
I don't know from Nico. What about Cherry?
Yes. Okay, I have a November one. Previous, I met one of November's old comrades. She's resistant to or opening up, but now a lot more of her is falling into place. So, this is advanced a lot. This kind of advanced, and then I realized, wait, we should do this scene, and advanced again
Yeah.
immediately. So now it's Wynn does not want November dead, and she does not want him dead. I'm finally breaking open the story. I need to play my hand right and not tip the scales. Get a better sense of the story before I press it forward.
Right.
Deeply ominous.
Very good.
And I'm writing a November Cherry one as well as we speak.
Alright.
Alright, here's where I've wound up for now, and I might refine it as we go, but yeah, November seems to have no will. She's biding her time until one is given to her. Her orders have left her in an untenable situation, able to break the rules while her comrade flaunts them. Is their distrust genuine, an act to confuse all of us, or if push comes to shove and it needs to be done, can I make Wynn's demise suit both our ends? November, and that's changed. November's entrusted me with a foreboding secret, a world-changing treasure which could put Hemlock in one's palm, something which would drive the world into a new era. The only question is who is sat at the wheel, but for now, we need more information.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, okay. And my November bond with Cherry, previous, Cherry is extremely similar to Wynn. But perhaps to deal with a threat like him, I need someone like her. I hate relying on someone like that. Now, I tried to have Cherry deal with Wynn. I immediately regret it. I let two snakes in a room together, and immediately the situation spirals further out of my control.
Nice.
And then let me see. Oh no, this is updated. Oh shit. Okay, I think two bonds have kind of converged for me.
Okay.
So the two previous ones that have both obviously updated, but I think have merged. I've given Lydian my warnings, but I know he's not heeding them strongly enough. How can I convince him of the danger present without giving too much away?
Give it away.
You know what? Actually, no, I have a way to keep these separate. I have a distinction here. The other one is Lydian respects my input in regards to Win. I think I've managed to use the danger in Yuma to make Lydian take him seriously as a threat without drawing his attention to the treasure. Am I becoming more like Win and Cherry? Can I keep this up, manipulating the man who commands me? Those were already like getting in a very similar place, but I have a way to distinguish them, I
Okay.
think. Let me write these real quick.
Alright.
Okay, I thought like it went completely silent there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just typing something.
Do, 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 do.
Oh no, maybe these are still combined into one.
Yeah, you can just do that. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think these are combined into one now. So the new bond that combines
Still
both
carry,
of
by the
those.
way.
Oh, thank you. Before I
Yeah.
post it, I appreciate that. The new bond following up both of those. I had to tell Lydian about the treasure, and he seems to understand its danger and that it has to be avoided, based off what I've now told him. Hopefully, he never has to learn the full truth of it.
Nice. All right. That's converging both bonds.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Nico,
Yeah,
did you prove the value of your inventions to others?
absolutely, I did. Lydian is
yeah.
ecstatic.
Yep.
Lydian is ecstatic. You've already proven to Lydian before, but this is a new development, so I'm going to say yes. You did, in fact, do that. Take an XP.
Yeah.
Did Lydian open up a new avenue for coin to flow through?
No.
No, not yet.
It'll happen.
Did November push herself to answer the Call of Duty?
Yes. Yes, she did. Absolutely. Right at the end with that last conversation, she was ordered to, and that was not easy. She was ordered to
all right,
blab.
sure. Take an XP for that. Cherry, get someone to relax, calm down, and open up to her.
When?
That's true. That's true. All right. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
I would say so.
Yep. We learned
The
about
treasure?
the treasure.
Well, yeah. Lydian and Cherry certainly did, and Cherry learned stuff from Win that is important about the whole situation. We also learned more stuff about the Den Mother in that situation. Quite a bit more.
That is true. Okay, take an
We
XP
did
for
get,
that. Did
and
you
we did
overcome
get some
an
more
unwanted monster
details
or
on
enemy?
like what happened to the old Sun Touch and why the wolves.
Yeah,
spawned
true. The
and
old
stuff.
Sun Touched. This was a big learning things
Yeah, a
session.
very big talky trivia session.
Yeah.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
No.
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 Did we loot a memorable treasure?
No.
That fantastic food
Well,
at that
take an
food shop.
XP for playing. Well game.
That is exactly the XP
Okay.
to put him on level 11. Lydian is now
Nice.
a grown-up boy. So I'm
It
immediately
begins.
retiring him from the party. He's gone.
He leaves the part like we just wake up and he's like, bye, and he's just like huffing it to find this fucking treasure. Just has a shovel, he's gonna start digging. I also leveled up and I don't know what stat to boost.
On level 11, you don't boost the stat, do you? You're out of that game now.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, now it's you either apprentice or multi-class or I forget the other option.
I think I'm gonna make like
Retire.
Swede for a little while and sit on the multi-class until I can figure something out.
All right, sure.
What stat do I improve? I could put 1 in charisma, then 8 would be in strength, then the last 2 I guess would just go in con, or I could dump them all in con and get up to a +2 con. I don't know, what do you think? Should I turn both charisma and strength, both in charisma into a neutral and strength into a +1? Or should I just fully upgrade my constitution? Wait, I think I'm behind one.
Is this on Cherry?
No, on November. Like, I think I didn't give myself a stat point. I think my totals are slightly lower than before. And I'll do the math on that. I'll figure that out at a later point. In the meantime, you know what? Maybe I should increase my charisma to a neutral roll.
She became slightly better at talking.
Perhaps.
Yeah. There's a degree of honesty and urgency